chosen. What you're about to hear could completely change your view of the world. It may even shock you. But if you're listening to this message now, know that this is no accident. You have been guided here by something much bigger than you realize. There is a powerful reason for this, and once you understand it, your life will never be the same. Perhaps you've felt lately that something is changing inside you. A calling, an awakening, as if an invisible force were reorganizing everything around you. And you're right, you are about to experience a transformation so profound that all the pieces that seemed disconnected in your life will begin to fit together. Your dreams of prosperity, financial freedom, and a life without limitations are not just empty wishes. They are signs of what is already manifesting for you. The question is, are you ready to receive this reality? Before we go any further, take a moment to do 3 things right now. Hit the like button. This helps us take this message to more people who need to hear it. Subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 40,000 subscribers, and every new subscriber strengthens this mission. Comment on the number 99. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this message. And remember, if you really are one of the chosen ones, you will watch this video to the end. Deep down, you already know that this word was meant for you. If you are ready to receive this truth, your life will never be the same. Now, open your heart and get ready, because what you're about to hear could change everything. You may not realize it yet, but the wealth you desire is already moving towards you. What you have been searching for, hoping for, and praying for so long is already being manifested in your path. This isn't just a change of mindset, it's a spiritual and energetic transformation. You have been chosen for something much greater, and that's exactly why the signs are starting to appear. Opportunities that once seemed impossible begin to appear in unexpected ways. Doors open, connections form, and what once seemed distant becomes real. But there is one essential detail. In order to access this abundance, you need to understand how it works. The first step is to recognize that wealth already exists for you. It's not in the distant future, nor does it depend on something external. Prosperity is an energy that already lives inside you, just waiting for you to claim it. The second step is to align yourself with this reality. Doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs are the only barriers preventing you from seeing abundance flowing into your life. The truth is that you were born for wealth, success, and financial freedom. It's in your destiny, and nothing can stop it from manifesting except yourself. But if you're here now, listening to this message, it's because something inside you has already awakened. Your soul already recognizes this truth. Even your mind is still in the process of accepting it. What will you do with this information? Will you continue to live as if prosperity was something unattainable? Or will you open your eyes and realize that everything you want is already available to you? The decision is yours. Those who understand this truth begin to notice changes in all aspects of life. Suddenly, opportunities begin to appear. Answers appear. Circumstances rearrange themselves in their favor, because that's how abundance works. It's always been there. It was just waiting for you to be ready to receive it. Now you are. Prosperity is not just a matter of effort or luck. It's a frequency, an energy that needs to be tuned into. Many people spend their lives trying to achieve success without realizing that, before anything else, they need to be aligned with this vibration. The universe is already moving wealth towards you, but it's up to you to make room to receive it. This means letting go of old patterns, limiting beliefs, and doubts that block the flow of abundance. The first step towards this alignment is to change your perception of wealth. If you see it as something difficult, distant, or accessible only to a few, you are creating resistance to its arrival. Prosperity is a natural state. It is part of your essence. But to access it, you need to learn to vibrate at that frequency. And how do you do that? Start by adjusting your thoughts. What do you believe about money? What do you feel when you think about abundance? If there is fear, guilt, or insecurity, these feelings need to be transformed. The energy of prosperity responds to trust. When you trust that abundance is already yours, you begin to attract circumstances that confirm this truth. Opportunities appear, the right people come into your life, and doors open in unexpected ways. But faith alone is not enough. You need aligned action. When you truly believe in your prosperity, your attitudes change. You start to behave like someone who is already living this reality. This means acting with gratitude, making decisions with courage, and investing in your growth without fear of scarcity. It means stopping, looking at your limitations, and starting to see the infinite possibilities around you. Those who understand this principle realize that life begins to move in their favor, not because something magical has happened, but because they have finally removed the blocks that prevented them from receiving what was always available. The universe has already prepared everything for you. Now, all you have to do is align yourself and allow prosperity to flow freely into your life. Are you ready to take that step? It's easy to feel frustrated when things don't go according to plan. When it seems that no matter how hard you try, obstacles keep coming your way. But here's the truth that few people understand. These challenges are not punishments. They are training. Every difficulty you face is part of a bigger plan, a preparation for something you can't yet fully see. Think of all the times you've gone through difficult times and, looking back, realized that it made you stronger, taught you something essential, or led you to a better path than you imagined. Nothing happens by chance. The challenges you face now are shaping the person you need to become in order to sustain the success and wealth that are on their way. If prosperity arrived without this preparation, you might not be ready to manage it. But the universe, in its wisdom, never puts something great in the hands of those who are not yet ready to receive it. Every obstacle is an opportunity for growth, a chance to develop the resilience, intelligence, and strength needed to live the life you want. So instead of resisting difficulties, embrace them as part of the process. What you are experiencing now is not a punishment. It's a construction. You are being sculpted for something greater. And when that moment comes, when you finally step into the prosperous reality that is being prepared for you, you will look back and understand that every challenge was worth it. Now, the question is, are you willing to trust this process? Because if you are, your greatness is already guaranteed. What you see as a problem today could actually be the key to the transformation you've been waiting for. Every obstacle that comes your way is not here to defeat you, but to teach you something essential. Life doesn't place challenges in your path without a purpose. On the contrary, each difficulty carries within it a code, a lesson which, when understood, opens new doors and brings you closer to your destiny. Imagine each problem as a test, something the universe puts in front of you, not to stop you in your tracks, but to make sure you're ready for the next level. If you look back, you'll see that some of the most difficult moments in your life were actually the moments that taught and shaped you the most. What seemed like a failure was actually a course adjustment. What seemed like a delay was actually a preparation. And now, in the face of the challenges you face, there are two possible choices: whine and feel like a victim of the circumstances, or seek out the lesson and use it as fuel to grow even more. The truth is that challenges are not roadblocks, they are hidden doors. Those who learn to see them in this way discover that every obstacle overcome brings with it a reward. The further you go, the more these doors open. The more you learn, the more you grow. And one day, you'll realize that each of these difficulties was essential to building the life you've always dreamed of. So, the question is not, why is this happening to me? But rather, what is this situation trying to teach me? When you change this perspective, life begins to guide you towards opportunities that previously seemed inaccessible. Challenges are not here to stop you. They are here to transform you. Are you ready to unlock this new reality? If at any time you have felt that life has been more difficult than it should be, know that this is not a sign of failure. On the contrary, it's a sign that something great is being prepared for you. The abundance you desire is already in motion, but before it arrives in full, you need to be ready to receive it. Imagine for a moment someone who gains a great fortune without being prepared to manage it. Before long, that wealth disappears because that person's mentality was not yet compatible with the level of prosperity they received. This happens all the time. The universe never puts something in your hands before it's sure you can sustain it. And that's exactly why challenges appear. They are training, a way of strengthening your mentality, your emotional intelligence, and your ability to deal with everything that lies ahead. With every obstacle you overcome, you are proving that you can handle the next level of success. With every challenge you overcome, you are demonstrating that you have the resilience to sustain the life you want. Nothing that happens in your life is by chance. Every experience, every test, every twist and turn is shaping you for something much greater than you can imagine right now. The question is, are you willing to trust this process? Because those who understand this truth stop resisting and start growing. And when that moment comes, when everything finally makes sense, you'll see that every difficulty was actually a stepping stone leading you straight to the wealth and success that were already destined for you. Now, the choice is yours. Fight this process or align yourself with it and allow abundance to manifest in your life. It may seem that things are taking a long time, that the success you want is still a long way off. But what you need to understand is that nothing is delayed. Everything is happening at exactly the right time. The universe has a perfect rhythm, and even if at the moment it seems that nothing is changing, every experience, every challenge, and every opportunity is lining up to take you to the destination that has already been mapped out for you. The mistake many people make is trying to rush the process. They want immediate results, and when they don't see them, they start to doubt, to give up, to think that perhaps abundance isn't for them. But what they don't realize is that waiting time is not wasted time. During this period, something powerful is happening. You are being prepared. Your mindset is being adjusted. Your strength is being honed. And the right opportunities are being organized to arrive at the ideal moment. If wealth came too soon, you might not be ready to sustain it. If success came without preparation, you might not know how to handle it. Every second of your journey has a purpose. Every moment of waiting is a time of growth. Anxiety about the future can blind you to what is already happening now. Because the truth is that the universe is already conspiring in your favor. What is yours is already coming your way. All you have to do is trust. Those who learn to respect divine time stop fighting the process and start flowing with it. They understand that each phase has its purpose, and that when the time is right, abundance will come naturally and definitively. The question is, are you willing to wait in faith, or are you going to let doubt keep you from what is already yours? Your victory is already written. The right time is unfolding now. Trust. In a world where everything seems like a competition, it's easy to fall into the comparison trap. You look at the success of others and ask yourself, why haven't I got there yet? What am I doing wrong? But here's what you need to understand. Your journey is not the same as anyone else's. Each person has their own path, specific challenges, and a different time frame for achieving their goals. What works for others may not be what works for you. And that doesn't mean that you're late or that something is wrong. On the contrary, it means that the universe is preparing a tailor-made path for your growth. Comparison robs you of peace. It makes you look at other people's lives and forget to value what you've already achieved. But your progress cannot be measured by someone else's footsteps. Think about it. The sun and the moon never compete with each other. Each shines in its own time. In the same way, your prosperity will come exactly when you are ready to receive it. No second before, no second after. The secret lies in trusting your own trajectory. When you stop comparing yourself and start focusing on your own growth, something powerful happens. You start to see your own victories, notice your progress, and celebrate every little advance. The success you want is already on its way, but it will come from your own effort, your own time, your own journey, not someone else's. So instead of looking at your own success, you start to see your own success. So instead of looking away and measuring your progress based on others, look inwards. See how far you've come. The only person you should compare yourself to is the version of who you were yesterday. Your path is unique. Your success is inevitable. Now, move forward and trust in the process. Every obstacle you face today is preparing you for something greater. You may not see it now, but everything that is happening in your life has a specific purpose: to make you strong enough to sustain the wealth and success that are coming your way. True prosperity doesn't just come from money, but from the ability to manage that abundance with wisdom, balance, and responsibility. Think about it. How many people have achieved great wealth, but lost it all because they weren't prepared to deal with it? The difference between those who sustain success and those who lose it lies in the internal strength that has been built up along the way. And this strength is forged in daily battles. Every challenge you overcome teaches you something essential. Every moment of difficulty strengthens your resilience. Each test that life imposes on you shapes your mentality so that when prosperity finally arrives, you know exactly how to use it to best advantage. What seems like a burden now is actually training. The universe doesn't hand over great responsibilities to those who aren't yet ready. It shapes, polishes, and teaches. And those who understand this stop resisting difficulties and start seeing them as part of the growth process. The question is, are you learning from the challenges, or are you letting them paralyze you? There are times in life when everything seems to stand still. You look around and feel that nothing is happening, that progress is invisible, and that you may be falling behind. But the truth is that silence doesn't mean no movement. Think of the seed that is planted in the ground. For a while, it is hidden, growing in the dark, strengthening from the inside out before finally breaking through the surface and blossoming. Your life works in the same way. The period of apparent stagnation is not a block. It is a time of preparation. The universe is adjusting everything behind the scenes, putting the right pieces in place, eliminating what no longer serves, and creating the ideal scenario for your growth. If you feel like you're going through one of these moments, don't despair. This is not the end of the journey. It's just the interval before your big breakthrough. Many people give up during this period because they can't see what's going on behind the scenes. But those who persist, those who understand that this silence is part of the process, are the ones who really reap the rewards of abundance. So instead of asking yourself, why is nothing happening? Ask yourself, what am I being called to learn at this moment? Your pause is a necessary phase. You are being strengthened, improved, refined. And when the time is right, your leap will be greater than you ever imagined. Silence is not a void. It is full of growth. Everything you want is already available to you. Prosperity, success, financial freedom, all this already exists in your field of possibilities. But there is something that may be preventing this abundance from manifesting: your mindset. If your mind is still stuck in scarcity, fear, and limitations, it's as if you're closing the door on everything the universe wants to give you. Abundance is not just a matter of luck or external circumstance. It starts within you, in the way you think, feel, and act in relation to wealth. If you believe that money is hard to come by, that success is for the few, or that you have to constantly fight to achieve something, these beliefs become your reality. But when you change your mindset to a state of trust and receptivity, you begin to see opportunities where before you saw obstacles. You begin to realize that prosperity flows naturally to those who believe they are worthy of it. The first change that needs to happen is in your thinking. Stop focusing on what you lack and start recognizing what you already have. Replace thoughts of scarcity with affirmations of abundance. Instead of thinking, I can't afford this, ask yourself, how can I create new opportunities to achieve this? Your mind is like a magnet. What you believe, you attract. When you start acting like someone who already lives in abundance, making decisions with confidence, investing in yourself, and eliminating the constant worry about lack, the universe responds by bringing you more of what you need to thrive. Real change happens from the inside out. If you want to unlock wealth in your life, the first step is to reprogram your mindset. Are you ready to open that door? The prosperity you desire is not in the distant future. It already exists, and the only thing that separates you from it is your willingness to become the person who is ready to receive it. Many people believe that they must first achieve success in order to act like a successful person, but the real secret is the opposite. You need to become the prosperous version of yourself before prosperity can manifest in your life. This means that your actions, thoughts, and behaviors need to be aligned with the reality you want to create. Think about it. How does someone who has already achieved the level of success and wealth you desire act? Is this person afraid to invest in themselves? Do they constantly worry about lacking? Or do they act with confidence, knowing that abundance is always flowing towards them? The big turning point comes when you start living now, as if you are already in this reality. This doesn't mean spending irresponsibly or pretending to be something you're not. It means adjusting your mindset and actions to reflect the person you are becoming. This can be as simple as choosing words that reflect abundance rather than scarcity, making decisions with confidence rather than hesitation, behaving like someone who knows they deserve to prosper rather than doubting their own worth. The energy you emit is what defines what you attract. If you live as someone who is already successful, your reality will begin to shape itself to reflect this. The universe responds to clarity and certainty. When you position yourself as someone ready to receive abundance, it has no choice but to come to you. The road to success is not a straight line. It is full of ups and downs, moments of progress, and periods of apparent stagnation. And this is where many give up. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who never get there is not talent, luck, or circumstance. It lies in persistence. Life will always test your resolve. There will be times when everything seems difficult, when you wonder if it's really worth continuing. And it is precisely in these moments that your strength is being forged. Every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger. Every challenge you overcome proves to the universe that you are ready for the next level. But those who give up never get to see what was waiting for them just ahead. Imagine for a moment, what if the moment you thought about giving up, success was just one more step away? The truth is that many people give up just when they are closest to victory. If you look back, you'll realize that all the great moments in your life came after difficult periods. Because that's exactly how it works. First comes the challenge, then comes the reward. The universe doesn't put a dream in your heart without giving you the means to make it come true. But it does need to see how far you are willing to go to achieve it. Those who persist, even when everything seems difficult, are the ones who reap the rewards in the end. So the question is, are you willing to keep going, even if you don't see immediate results? Because those who keep going, regardless of the circumstances, are the ones who achieve everything they've always wanted. The game of life is won by those who refuse to give up. Are you ready to be one of them? The journey to prosperity requires something that goes beyond effort and strategy. There is an invisible but powerful element that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up halfway. Faith. Faith is not just a blind belief, but an unshakable conviction that no matter what happens around you, you are on the right path and everything is unfolding in your favor. Many fail to achieve success because they allow fear and doubt to take control. They start off well, but at the first sign of difficulty, they begin to question whether they are really capable, whether they really deserve it, whether it was really a good idea to try. But those who understand the power of faith don't let themselves be shaken. They know that even when the results are not yet visible, the universe is working behind the scenes. Faith is what keeps you going when circumstances tell you to give up. It keeps you going when there are no clear signs of progress. It reminds you that your destiny is already guaranteed, and that the only thing that can stand in the way of its realization is your own giving up. Think of the great leaders, innovators, and people who have transformed their realities. They all had moments of uncertainty, challenges that seemed insurmountable, but they had one thing in common: an unshakable faith that they would get there. And that same faith is available to you. The question is, are you willing to trust the process, even if you can't see the immediate result? Because when you choose faith over fear, something magical happens. Doors that seemed closed start to open. The prosperity you seek is not just about the present. It goes far beyond you. Every decision you make today is shaping not only your life, but the lives of those who will come after you. True success is not limited to what you can achieve for yourself. It expands to the impact you leave on the world, the legacy you build, and the transformation you generate in those who follow in your footsteps. Think of future generations, the children, grandchildren, and descendants who will one day look back and recognize that it was you who broke cycles of scarcity and limited beliefs that imprisoned your family for so long. They won't have to fight the same battles you're facing now because you're paving a different path. You are opening doors that were previously closed. You are creating a solid foundation so that those who come after can go even further. That's what it means to build a legacy. And that legacy isn't just financial. It involves knowledge, values, mentality. It means teaching the next generation that abundance is not a privilege for the few, but a right for those who choose to align themselves with it. The question you should ask yourself is, what mark do I want to leave on the world? Because everything you do today will echo in the future. Your every action is writing a story, and when that story is read by those who come after you, what will it say? You have the power to create an impact that will last for generations. And that impact has already begun. Have you ever felt that you were on the verge of achieving something, but suddenly everything fell apart? As if life had pulled the rug out from under you just when you thought you were on the right track. These moments can be frustrating, but here's a truth that few people understand. What feels like a setback is actually a course adjustment. Nothing happens by chance. If something hasn't turned out the way you expected, it doesn't mean you failed. It means that the universe is redirecting you towards something even greater. Many people give up at the first hurdle because they believe that a setback is a signal to stop. But those who really achieve success know that every big breakthrough comes after a big challenge. If you look back, you'll see that some of the moments that seemed like failures actually led to better opportunities than you imagined. The company that didn't work out may have led you to an even bigger business. The door that closed may have pushed you in a new direction that turned out to be much more prosperous. The rejection you faced may have been the protection that prevented you from entering something that wasn't aligned with your purpose. The universe always works in your favor, even when you can't see it at the time. So, when something doesn't go according to plan, instead of asking yourself, why did this happen to me? Ask yourself, where is this taking me? Setbacks are not the end of the road. They are just strategic detours that take you to an even greater destination than you imagine. Nothing is going wrong. It's just adjusting. Are you willing to trust this journey? Because those who trust, instead of giving up, are the ones who find true success. Now that you understand that every challenge, every apparent delay, and every obstacle were just stepping stones to take you to the next level, only one question remains. Are you ready to receive what is already yours? Abundance, success, and financial freedom are not distant dreams. They are already being prepared for you. The universe has been working behind the scenes, aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities to manifest everything you've been looking for. But the last piece of the puzzle is you. Are you willing to trust the process, persist despite the challenges, and become the prosperous version of yourself right now? If the answer is yes, then you're on your way. Now, before you move on to the next step of this journey, do something essential to strengthen this connection and ensure that this message continues to reach you. Hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 40,000 subscribers, and each new one strengthens this mission, because this is just the beginning. The transformation has already begun within you. Now go ahead. Trust in the process. Your prosperity is already waiting.